of Blake Strategic Consulting, Mary Pat Blake. Mary Pat, welcome to Money Talk.
Thank you, Bob. It's great to be here.
Mary Pat, you're a strategic business consultant for entrepreneurs, startups, and multi-million-dollar companies. You're an entrepreneur yourself as president of your own firm for the last 8 years, Blake Strategic Consulting. And you've also started 2 other ventures. What is the advice you most often give to entrepreneurs before they launch their ventures?
Bob, I help entrepreneurs launch their products and services nationally, and the advice I most often give to them is that business success is more than just a strong business idea and strategy. She must also wrestle to the ground the numbers associated with the venture. It's very important that she understands each and every number before she ever gets into the venture. I advise to use reasoned assumptions for revenues and costs, and I also advise my clients to research and project their revenues and costs at least 3 different levels. First, a very conservative level. Second, a most likely level. And then third, if things go very well, what do those revenues and costs look like? In that way, she'll have a good idea what the playground is, if you will, in terms of how she's going to be operating her business. The next important point I give to them is I tell them to double the time they think it will take to get to a positive cash flow where the business will be self-supporting. So they should plan the financial funding to last through this twice as long scenario. I also tell them never forget that cash flow is king. That is the #1 report that they should be watching like a hawk. And finally, to do their best research as they're wrestling their numbers to the ground, talking with knowledgeable people to help them get the information that they need if they don't know it themselves. No pie-in-the-sky thinking here. You know, some people say that diamonds are a girl's best friend. Well, I like to say that numbers are a girl's best friend.
Now, should a person self-fund a company or borrow the money to start the business?
Bob, I always believe in using someone else's money. And there are at least 3 things that they should keep in mind. First, if you bring in outside equity investors, you will be giving up partial ownership of your company. And these investors are going to be looking to make money with your company, so you have to try to provide them financial returns for their equity. Second, friends and family are usually the quickest and easiest way to find funds. But they, too, are looking for a return on their investment, so always keep that in mind. The third thing is, nowadays in this economy, bank loans are hard to find, so keep that in mind. If you are looking for outside funding and you're having trouble doing so, please go to my website at www.marypatblake.com for a partial list of resources that are particularly supportive of female entrepreneurs.
Now, how much money should a person have saved before they start their company?
Well, there are a couple of answers to this question. First, if you're going to self-fund the venture yourself, think through beforehand how much of your capital you are willing to risk and possibly to lose. Then save that money up. Make a promise to yourself not to go beyond that number, but save that money up. Then the next thing is to have what I call as safe money. Safe money is your living expenses for that time during the ramp-up period. That's when you want to make sure that your money is safe for at least the amount of time that it's going to take for your business to be cash flow positive and to get you through to that point where it's going to be able to pay you an income. The third thing to keep in mind is to have what I call walkout money. And walkout money is money that you have saved up beforehand in case the venture doesn't make it and you have to abandon ship. They should talk to their financial advisor beforehand to make sure that he understands that this money is very important and needs to be invested wisely and conservatively. And when all of that is in place, then the entrepreneur definitely knows that she is taking care of herself first, and she can sleep at night knowing that all she has to do is get up in the morning and work on her business and make it a huge success.
Mary Pat, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for being with us today on Money Talk.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to be here, Bob.
Thank you.